so good to have you here at my fireside so we could have a little chat together. I wanted to take just a moment to have some time to talk with you about what you do at Evergirl Living. You know, a couple weeks ago, we had Katrina come and she was sharing what she does, but you've been with us or with Evergirl Living for a lot longer than really anybody. And yeah, hot minute. So I think it's a really good thing to just let people know what you do. So what do you do at Evergirl Living?
Yeah, so I am a therapist. I'm one of the counselors with Evergirl Living. I tend to do the patients that are like 30 and under, right? So anyone that is an emergent adult, teenagers, sometimes even preteens. And what I kind of specialize in is trauma-informed care, work with folks that struggle with low self-worth, past trauma, talking a lot about grounding techniques, talking a lot about processing ways to manage anxiety, depression, or even just like day-to-day stuff, right? Like young women that are struggling with school, right? Young women that are struggling with college, young women that whatever it may be in that moment in their lives. So that's a lot of what I do.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you also are a co-host for our podcast, right?
Yes, I am.
We haven't done that
The
in a while.
gift of
So
gab I have. I know. Carissa and I, do we even it's not planned. Just put a microphone in front of us and
I know we would
a
just talk
podcast will
forever.
come.
Yeah, so we definitely need to. I know actually we've had people ask about it, like when are you going to drop some more episodes? So that is something that we definitely need to get back into. But yeah, so this is hopefully if you've heard our podcast, Marlys should be familiar to you because she is the co-host. So, well, the other question I had was, what do you think is your deeper purpose in life?
You know, I have been thinking about that question since you sent it. And I have decided on an answer that I think I'm comfortable with. My deeper purpose in life is consistently evolving, but I do think it has a lot to do with helping people and not having that be a responsibility, but more of an extension of who I am. Like, I think
what do you mean by that?
Yeah. So I think like this year, especially, I've been recognizing that I love helping people, but I have used it as a form to like validate myself. And for my purpose, I don't want it to be like, well, if I don't help this person, then I'm not validated. So I think a lot of it is I want to be able that when people leave my presence, they not only leave feeling that they were safe, but they can leave with tools and knowing that they have the ability to do something.
That's beautiful.
And I do think that I would love that to be my purpose in life, that I leave people with tools. I can lead you to water, right? And I teach you how to fish. And I think that is my bigger purpose in life, teaching people how to fish in a sense and being okay that they fish in their own way.
Yeah.
But I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and that's interesting because I think that is really, in a way, that's kind of what we are about at Evergirl Living too, right? Is taking that and wanting people to feel empowered to be able to do things where they're not.
That's kind of our slogan, your life empowered.
Yeah, kind of is. So yeah, so it's fitting that would be a part of your journey is working with us. But yeah, it's just having that purpose where people are not dependent on us, that they feel like they have the tools that they need. So that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Well, my last question for you is, what is important to you, or what is important to you working at Evergirl Living, and why do you care?
I really wanted to work at Evergirl Living because it was only women, and I learned about myself that I connect a lot more with women, especially young women, and especially when it comes to our faith. And that's why I care. I think so many times men too, but especially women are given this narrative. And it seems like we all have the same scripts given, but have very different experiences. And you don't really start seeing it until you're kind of an emerging adulthood, right? And some folks do see it later. So I care because I have the opportunity to share with women, especially young women, ways to break cycles. And I think just as women, that's empowering. I think we have a faith that empowers women. It's just that it's kind of, again, like lead the horse to water. We just got to drink, right? And a
Yeah.
lot of us have been led to the wrong water source. And I think therapy is such a wonderful way to relearn and truly learn who God is for us, especially as women, and
Mhm.
where we fit in his kingdom, and to have a kingdom mindset. So I care because I'm able to meet young women where they're at, especially with their faith or wherever they are in their careers,
Yeah.
and teach them ways that they can live their life empowered, but also empowering themselves, and knowing that, again, by extension, you're empowering the creator. Because if you can empower yourself, then you are an extension of Christ. You're made in his image. So naturally you
Mm,
radiate, right? So
yeah.
we're kind of just mirrors, we reflect. And that's why I care. I can teach people ways that they can reflect their authentic version of themselves. And that's a
Yeah.
privilege. That's a big
Yeah.
privilege.
I love that. So it sounds like what I'm hearing is like you're an extension, you're the hands and the feet of Christ, being able to
Yeah.
help others. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Well, is there anything else kind of as we wrap up that you feel like would be important to share about you that we didn't cover?
About me.
Yeah,
I'm very direct, but I also love laughing. So
you do.
I think it's a wonderful little mix. But if you have watched this video, I appreciate you for watching 5 minutes, and I cannot wait just to like meet you and get to know you. And if this is your first step, welcome. Welcome to the table. Take a seat. You're in good
Yes,
company.
right on. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Marlys. And thank you, everyone
Cool.
who took the time, like Marlys said, to watch. And we just really want to get to know you. And we all here do care about all the women that we serve. And we really do look at it as a privilege, just like Marlys said. So thank you again and have a great week. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.